Welcome to the presentation on Janani's Integrated HortiProcessing project. Janani Foods Pvt Ltd, though primarily conceived for processing of fruits and vegetables, Janani has so far largely involved in consultancy and agribusiness. Currently, Janani, along with the Department of Horticulture, Government of Andhra Pradesh, is running chilies quality improvement program in Guntur district, spread over 22 mandals covering 200 villages, where about 20,000 farmers are being trained on improving the quality of the chilies by adopting integrated pest management practices. Janani's vision is to make farming profitable for small and marginal farmers. Janani Smart Village Agri Ecosystem Platform is both a physical and ICT infrastructure at villages, which will provide personalized and customized services to the farmers to improve their productivity and profitability. Quality monitoring will also be part of this model, which will help to improve the quality of production. Janani's integrated HortiProcessing project is to conceive, develop, create and operate a value chain for fruits, vegetables, flowers and spices. Janani will create infrastructure right through the project area, facilitate and integrate all activities to add value in every link of the supply chain. The project is broadly divided into 4 components, rather 4 pillars of the project: production, procurement, post-harvest, and preservation and processing. In the production component of the project, the small farmers who face various challenges will be provided with personalized and continuous agro advisories from seed to harvest by subject matter specialists using ICT and agri technologies, which will help them to improve the quality, increase the yield and reduce the cost of cultivation. In Janani's agro advisory model, the registered farms are periodically visited by trained field coordinators to observe and record the crop status using mobile or tab, which are then sent to the subject matter specialists through the mobile network. The scientists, after analyzing the data and local weather conditions, send advice to the farmers through SMS. The procurement component involves forming of farmer groups in every village. The FGs formed in 3 to 4 villages together will operate a kiosk. The kiosk will have an input retail shop. This will also employ coordinators to collect crop status. The kiosk will operate as a collection center also, where farmers will deliver the producers and get the payments. The collected products will then be sent to the mandal or taluka aggregation centers. A never before concept of controlled atmospheric storage boxes, CA boxes, will be piloted in this project, which will be used to collect and store the fresh produces. These boxes, after initial cooling, can be kept in any normal cold storage. The membrane technology used in these boxes controls the gas ratio inside the box. The boxes increases the life of the producers many times. They can be used multiple times in the supply chain over a span of 15 years. While fruits can be stored even up to 1 year, some vegetables can be stored up to a period of 3 months also. The flowers will have lifespan of 20 days to 50 days. In the post-harvest management component of the project, the farmer groups will be federated at mandal or taluka levels into farmer producer companies, FPCs. The FPCs will be managed by farmers, board of directors. Professionals will be employed to run the operation. FPCs will buy the inputs, seeds, fertilizers and pesticides in bulk and retail them through the village kiosks. They will also operate as custom hiring centers and hire out the farm equipments to the farmers. Another major function of the FPCs will be that of an integrated pack house. Producers received from the village kiosks will be washed using latest equipments. Producers will be sorted as per buyers' requirements. Quality check will also be another function of the FPCs. The FPCs will also have pre-cooling rooms to reduce the post-harvest losses. FPCs will run reefer van services, which will help to reduce the loss during transit. In the controlled atmospheric storage process, fresh fruits and vegetables are stored in specially built chambers where the gases, humidity, and temperature are controlled to increase the life. The pre-preparation process is one of the most important stages in the project. Fresh fruits and vegetables will be transferred from FVCs or CA storages to Janani's preservation and packaging facility, which will be in the midst of the operating districts and close to a metro. A new product category will be marketing of cut fruits and vegetables, which will be ready to eat or cook by the customers. For this purpose, Janani will be using state-of-the-art machines, which will cut the vegetables in different shapes, like slices, cubes, fingers, rings, and dices. The fresh cut vegetables will be washed thoroughly, dried subsequently, and sent to the packaging unit. Different equipments will be used to peel the skin of the fruits, especially the citrus fruits, pineapple, and mangoes. Where necessary, cutting them into slices and cubes will be done. They will be washed, and finally the assorted fruits will be mixed and packaged as fresh fruit salad. The pre-process ensures that the fruits and vegetables are free from dirt, damages, and does not have any chemical residues, so that the customer enjoys the freshness, color, taste, and smell in addition to convenience in cooking.
Atmosphere packaging, or MAP, is one of today's most significant technologies for extending shelf life for a wide range of food products. MAP is based on alteration of the gaseous environment surrounding the product to compensate for the natural respiration of the product itself, resident microorganisms, as well as the packaging material. The existing air is replaced with a mixture of CO2, carbon dioxide, and N2, nitrogen, which helps inhibit the growth of aerobic bacteria and slows the natural oxidation process.
In the MAP packaging unit, the fresh produces pass through a packaging line for forming, mixing, packing, air flushing, gas filling, and sealing processes. They are packed in trays, pouches, or bags, which uses special films or packaging materials. Fresh fruits and vegetables, flowers, both in cut and whole forms, which are filled up in these bags, pass through a chamber, which creates vacuum by flushing out the air inside the pack and fill up with gases in the desired ratio. The packs are then sealed and sent to the storage for marketing or processing later. The MAP technology is one of the highly used technology in the developed countries. Janani will be introducing this technology in India for the first time for fruits and vegetables. The pack size will be 250 grams, 500 grams, 1 kg, 5 kg, and 20 kg to meet the needs of the market.
HPP, or high pressure processing. Bacteria and other harmful microorganisms such as yeast and molds cannot survive in high pressure environments. Our system exposes the product to pressures up to 87,000 pounds per square inch, or 6,000 bars. If you went to the deepest place in the ocean, the Mariana Trench, you would have to go 6 times deeper to simulate the pressures of our HPP equipment. With HPP, most food is preserved with its vitamins and nutritional value intact, and the delicious flavor and texture of fresh food. The hyperbaric HPP method involves a cold environment, no high temperatures. And since the food is treated in its final packaging, the chances for recontamination are virtually non-existent.
HPP is the most recent preservation technology developed in Western countries. In the process, the fresh produces, fruits, vegetables, and flowers undergo pre-processing similar to MAP. They are then loaded into carrier cylinders which move into a high-pressure chamber. Chamber is then filled up with treated water and locked. Then a high pressure up to 6,000 bars is applied on the produce and packages through the water, which kills the microorganisms and the bacteria, which help to increase the shelf life up to 6 to 8 times. HPP does not use any cooling or heating processes. The HPP technology will be introduced in India for the first time by Janani in collaboration with its technical partner Multivac, a German-based MNC specializing in packaging of food products. The project will be spread over 4 to 5 districts in a state, where 20 to 25 mandals or talukas will be covered. 250 to 350 villages, where 20,000 farmers growing fruits, vegetables, flowers, or spices in about 50,000 acres will be served. 50,000 farmers growing other crops will be provided with generalized agro advisories in the project. Janani's project has many economic advantages and offset the higher capital investments. Interventions at the production stage will increase the profits of the small farmers. The preservation technologies, which increases the shelf life of the fresh producers, will help Janani to procure them during the peak production period when prices are low, hold them in the post-harvest storage infrastructure being created in the entire supply chain, and market them when prices go up. Also, now the fresh producers are exported through air transport, which is quite a costly affair. Since the shelf life of the producers are now increased, Janani will be able to use the sea transport mode for its export consignments, thus bringing down the cost of logistics. Needless to say, the additional economic benefits will be shared with the farmers. Thank you.